So guys, welcome to lecture 3, data handling for C programming. The lectures covered so far includes the lecture 1 was for basics of C programming, lecture 2 includes how to create a first C program, and last but not the least, questionnaire regarding lecture 1 and 2. The topics that are covered in this video are meaning of data types of data types available in C, understanding declaration, initialization of variables simultaneously. So we will be learning about the various data types in this C programming. Okay, so stay tuned to understand it, and this video will be covered in the segments, so learn it properly guys. So guys, we are here for data handling. Data can be of many types, that can be like character, integer, real, string, etc. Anything that is enclosed in single quotes represents a character data in C. Numbers without fractions represent integer data. Numbers with fractions represent real data. And anything that is enclosed in double quotes represents a string. Since the data to be dealt with are of many types, a programming language must provide ways and facilities to handle all types of data. C, like any other language, provides a ways and facilities to handle different types of data by providing data types. There are different types of data that a user can enter, right? Data type can be defined as data types are means to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. Like you are developing any software, and if you want to take any input from the user, you are required for a data type, right? Now there are two types of data types. They are fundamental data types and derived data types. Fundamental data types are those data types like which are already given to you. Just for an example, like int, float, char, right? And derived can be like if you are making a use of arrays, it is also a derived data type. We will be discussing about it in the later videos in detail, but now let us understand the fundamental data types. Fundamental data types can be defined as the data types that are not composed of any other data type. There are 5 fundamental data types. We will be discussing it one by one, and after we discuss all these 5 fundamental data types, then we will be moving upon the program in which I will be discussing all types of data types, so that you are clear with the concept, right? So first of all, we are having integer data type, right? And the keyword used for integer values are int. Remember guys, I talked about the keywords in previous lectures. So here we are having one more data type. It is int, int, and each letter is in small case, right? Integers are the whole numbers such as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Keyword used for entering integer values is int. Example, int a, right? I declare it. Like if I am declaring any variable, I will explain you declaration, initialization and usage shortly. Here a is the variable which can take only integer type values. Here this is the variable which can take only and only integer type values, right? So here I am having declaration of integer value. First of all, I have to write my data type, that is int. As I told you that for taking integer data type value, I have to declare it with a keyword int. Then I am having this variable name, right? And if I want to declare more than one variables, I can use a single data type name, like data type int a, b, c and d. Initialization is just like this, as I have showed it to you. Int a is equal to 15. Now 15 is the value that is assigned to a, right? And here I am showing you something. Int r is equal to 0.5. Now r is for rate of interest. If I am using it in calculating simple interest, r is for rate of interest. But guys, there is a mistake, because it will be taken like r will be kept as a value of 0. Reason, because I just told you that int is for taking integer values, right? So it is for taking integer values, and I am entering floating point like decimal point value in this. So it will not be counting this 0.5 value. This will be discarded, right? This will be taken into trash, and it will be counted in 0, right? So similarly, I can give any name to this variables. For example, I have kept it like int ROI, and the variables are your own babies, guys. Like you can give any name to your babies. Similarly, these are the variables. Like if you want to take anything as R, you can take it as R. If you want ROI, if you want BOB, like anything whatsoever you want, it can be taken as your variable name. So we are having the usage. Int variable can be used for taking integer values only. So it cannot take any decimal value or a long point value, right? So you just have to take integer values in it. So guys, now we are having float as a data type. Now what is float data type? Like if you want to enter any type of decimal value, then you must use float data type. Float data type is used for getting the decimal values into a variable. For example, 7.5, 9.256, 5.55, or something else, like anything in decimals, etc. Okay, the keyword used for taking floating values is float. Variable declared as float can take the integer and decimal values simultaneously. Like if you are declaring float a, and if you are assigning a as 5, then 5 can be assigned to a, and if you are taking float b is equal to 5.5, then 5.5 value can be assigned to b variable. Okay guys, so this was how float is used, and now we are having declaration and initialization of float variable, float data type. Now here we declare it like taking a data type name like float a. For example, if I am declaring like this, I am writing the name of the data type, it is float. Okay, so whenever you want to declare any variable, you have to write a data type, like what type of data you want to enter. Here I am entering float type, and variable name can be like sk. If I am keeping sk as my variable, and I put a terminator over here, now I have declared sk named variable is declared of floating type. So guys, try to understand it properly, because this is the most lengthy and most important chapter of any programming language. And as I told you that if you learn C programming, then you can learn any of the language. So this is the most important concept. If you're taking this float as a data type, I have named variable sk, and now I can enter any value in this named sk. If I am putting sk is equal to 1.0256, anything like, or if I want to enter sk is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that, so I can enter it easily without any problem, because float can take both integer as well as decimal type. Now we are having character data type. Guys, character data type is for taking inputs of like string, or if you want to take any character. Okay, character data type is type of data type that can take the string value like your name, address, or anything that is a character and string. The keyword used for character data type is char. So guys, we are having our third keyword, that is char. Earlier in the floating type we were having our keyword as float. Okay, so this is char as a data type. Now we should understand the relationship between character and string. Character is a single letter, that is A, B, C, something like that. And guys, you must understand that it is always character is always included in single quotes. Like you cannot write string in double quotes. Okay guys, so this was all about character, and we are having string. String is a collection of letters, that is, for example, I have written my name over here, Sagar Khetwani. Hi, let's understand C. Strings are always enclosed in double quotes. Like I have entered here double quotes, then I have written my sentence. Hi, I am here to teach. Now I have closed my double quotes. So string is always entered in double quotes. This is the representation of any string. Okay. So this was about character and string relationship. Now let us understand the declaration and initialization. So this is the most important concept. So learn it. Like I have declared my variable C is of character type, and character type is resembled by char data type, char keyword, right? So C is the variable of character type but can contain only one character. Guys, character, as I just told you, like character is for taking single value. Similarly, C is a data type that can take only a single character. Example, char C is equal to A. Here I have initialized my variable C. Okay, so this was about character, and this is string. Like char C, here in the square brackets I am giving the size of my string. So this is the most important concept. Square bracket, guys, please note it down. Square brackets is used for taking size. Okay, so it is used for taking size of string in using char. Okay, so C is the variable of character type and can take space up to 256 characters. This is the maximum space that a char variable can take. Okay guys, so this is like 256 characters is the last, like this is the most counted string. Okay, so here we are having example char C. Here I am not giving any size of this string, and I am initializing this string with my initialized value as hello. So since this is a string, I have enclosed it into the double quotes. So guys, this was all about character and string. Now we will be learning about more data types.